This podcast contains discussions about sensitive topics, including mental health, alcohol and substance use, as well as suicide. It may also include strong language. The viewpoints expressed by guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the hosts. Listener discretion is advised. If you or someone you know needs support, please reach out to a trusted professional or a helpline. Welcome to Twist the Throttle, the podcast where we crank open the throttle on life's toughest rides. From mental health struggles to life on two wheels. We're here to have real, raw, unscripted conversations that break the stigma and help you navigate the road ahead. So grab your helmet, hit the road with us, and remember, it's still okay to pump the brakes. Together, we're shifting gears on mental health. Here's your hosts, Ambo and the Prez.
Well, Jeff, time's come again. Another week's passed and we're doing another episode, but this time it's the roles are reversed. I'm interviewing you, so
I'm in the hot seat. Let's see how this goes.
Well, we'll see how it goes. I mean, it's interesting. This podcasting is quite exciting. I quite enjoy it.
Yeah, no, it's been pretty good. We're getting
a little bit of a buzz.
We're getting some positive feedback on it as well. Like we're not reaching a large audience just yet, but
that's all right. Time will come, and we will
when we're Joe Rogan levels and people come back to listen to these podcasts.
Well, maybe we should put a video and record ourselves. It's the classic days.
Then I'm gonna have to
Twist the Throttle.
Wear pants again. Yeah,
no, I've got my shorts on. So today we're going to pretty much run along the same lines of what we did with me. And so the first question I'm going to ask you is, what bike do you ride and what drew you into it?
So I've got a Harley-Davidson Softail Deluxe that I got through a good friend of ours, friend of the show. It is a beautiful bike. I got this thing secondhand. It was a couple of years old. Didn't have a lot of Ks on it when I got it. But the guy who I did buy it off had spent a shitload of money on it, like probably double it was worth to buy. It's hardly any original parts on it. I'm notoriously bad at looking after bikes, and this one is the first one I'm actually like, oh, I've got to wash it after I ride.
Oh, yeah, and that's it. No scratches.
No, I've had a couple of little incidents, but we won't go into
that. We'll work that out. What is your dream bike?
My dream bike is I don't know if many people will know it. There's a guy out of UK called Russell Mitchell. He runs a company called Exile Cycles.
Okay, I think I've heard of them.
He builds a bike called a hot rod. I'll put a link in the show notes. It's if you saw the hot rod and then you saw the Nord, you'd be like, oh, that's what he was going for.
Steampunky type.
Steampunk, raw, no bells, no whistles, just rough rat rod looking thing. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful.
Oh, well, I'm looking forward to seeing it in the show notes.
Yeah.
Do you remember your first ride and how it made you feel?
The first time I ever jumped on a bike, my dad, who passed away in 2006, one of his mates had a 1981 shovelhead lowrider.
Yeah.
And I got chucked on the back of that and we rode around a paddock. I don't know if you guys know the caravan park down in Laverton.
Okay, yeah, I do. Where the baseball stadium is.
Yeah, my dad was living down there at the time, and there was a big paddock that's now the Macca's.
And you're cruising around in the paddock
cruising around in the paddock on the back of this bike, and it's just a pig and shit. Yeah, I thought it was the greatest thing ever. Then went home to my single mum, so there was no dirt bikes or no.
Yeah.
It was going to be a long time before I got it.
That's awesome.
And we mentioned last show that my high school girlfriend to wife was dead against bikes.
Yeah.
It was later in life that I started, but loved it ever since. Yeah.
Is there any particular place you like riding better than anywhere else?
I'll tell you what, it's not a destination for me. It's more just riding with the club. Yeah. Any ride with the people.
I know you're not a big fan of the twisties.
No, look, I'm getting better.
You are getting better.
I'm getting better. Like I did a course with a good mate of mine, Bear. We did the advanced rider course out at Stay Upright.
Did you get a lot of benefit out of it?
Look, I learned a lot more about cornering and stuff like that. Do I put a lot of it into practice? Probably not as much as I should, but
yeah. I know that you had a bit of a scare as well, and then that kind of
we did a ride for the Backer barbecue, wasn't it?
I think so. Yeah. You were riding a Nord at the time. You got a freaking
no.
retire.
No. Oh, that was a different one. But I'm talking about when I took Lukey into the ditch.
Oh, that was fucking terrifying watching, mate. I was right behind you and I watched that. And I swear, I'm not a very religious person, but somebody grabbed onto you and picked you up and put you back onto the road.
There is footage of that I have not seen.
Yeah, and you don't want to either. I have seen it, and I don't want to really relive that again.
Yeah, I thought I'd done some real damage to my young mate, but
no, hang on.
His parents didn't want to kill me, which I couldn't understand. I would have murdered me if that was my kid, but
that was like I said, mate. Somebody was looking out for you that day.
Yeah.
Is there any bucket list rides you're still thinking about chasing?
Now, I've spoken to you about this before. There's a ride that they do. It's like a 7-day ride through Iceland. That's
okay. If I win Lotto, we're going on a ride, mate, because I want to do that one too. It sounds amazing.
Look, I haven't been on many dirt bikes. Like most guys kind of graduate from dirt bikes to road bikes. I kind of started on road bikes. I had a couple of sports bikes younger. My first bikes, I shouldn't say younger, but and then I've been on the big ape-hanger bike bars ever since then. But we have quite a few of our mates that ride dirt, and they're all like, "Don't get a dirt bike. You're too broken." You're like, and it's fair. It's a fair assessment.
I'm of the opinion that you're probably not the best.
But this is more adventure bike rather than not.
It's kind of road. And
it's trail, but not over logs and rocks.
Not a Jiggles ride.
We'll get him on as a guest as well.
So I've got a mate that had come off his bike, smashed his ribs up, got told if he smashed it up again like that, he wouldn't be alive anymore.
Yeah.
And he still rides like a moron. Not like a moron. I don't know how he is. I haven't spoken. That's one of the contacts I should be looking up into.
I'm going to go and reach out.
I don't know. Maybe not.
One of my big fears with you boys on our rides is when we have what we call our dickhead section, where
we all when we put our foot over top of the machine, mate, we all sign up.
And we know what we're signing up for.
We know what we're signing up for.
Yeah, but for me, something I've organised, we've all worked so hard to get into. Yeah, my fear is coming around one of those corners and seeing one of you boys off, which
I wouldn't like to see that myself, to be honest. Sometimes we need to pull our heads in.
Yeah, look, I'm never going to tell anyone you can't do it. Use your bike. Do it like you say. You've written that.
Oh, well, I'm lucky that my bike cost me $2,700. Yeah, I really don't care, but I do care about me though.
Yeah, it's not the bike I'm worried about, mate.
Yeah. What does riding mean to you beyond getting on the bike?
Beyond the bike, I have had a few people thank me recently for what I've done for them, for their mental health.
Oh, mate.
With what we've built.
I'm so thankful for what you've created, mate.
I've gotten way more out of this than anybody else. Yeah,
I think we all do, mate.
Yeah, like I started this club 2019.
Yep.
Just as COVID was hitting. We did our first little ride down to Geelong and stuff like that. And like I wanted something like this. I went to a couple of different rides.
You put in a hell of a lot, mate.
Oh, look,
we all put in our own thing. We've all got our own little strengths and whatnot. I might be the club mechanic, but I mean,
I'm not big on. I don't want the credit for it. I had an idea that by myself was nothing,
and it's working, mate.
The people we have is what makes what we
agreed. I agreed, 100%.
So we're talking about like the unique thing we have. I make the joke, we're a mental health club with a motorbike problem, or vice versa. Like, are we a bike club with a mental health problem? Or
do you see the biker community as a source of support for you?
Absolutely, absolutely. And even when we had our couple of run-ins with the 1% clubs. Not run-ins, not anything.
That was a great night, mate.
When we saw some boys out, they've mentioned, like one guy actually came up and said, "Hey, are you the mental health guys?"
Yeah,
and I
remember you telling me about that.
I was just like, that was one of my proudest moments.
That is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, like these guys knew who we were, and had done enough research to know they're not dickheads. They're not trying to take our spot.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, this is what they're about. They're looking out for each other. Yeah. There was some other stuff discussed with them that wasn't as happy, but Yeah, no, it's been good.
Yeah, we're on the good side of it.
We're on, the social side of things. I don't think we've had any negative. I don't think I've got any negatives to say. There's always people you're not going to get along with, or people who turn out to not be who you think they're going to be.
Yeah.
But there's always. Like I said, I couldn't. There's not a person in my phone that I couldn't call at any hour of any day.
Yeah.
If they ride a bike, they'll be here in 20 minutes, half an hour.
Well, I agree. So, do you think the brotherhood among riders is unique compared to the other groups?
Look, I played sports most of my life. I've been heavily involved in baseball clubs and stuff like that, committees, coaching.
Totally different.
Totally different. Yeah, it's totally different. Like there's a difference between taking the field with a guy and, you're not playing for sheep stations, but you leave it all on the park. Like you play your hardest for the guy next to you, not just for yourself. On a bike, there's no prize, but
mate, you walk up to somebody and you go, "Hey, brother."
How many of our members have come up to me and said like, "Oh yeah, I just saw this big dude, talking about you, like saw him in a bike meet and went up and started chatting."
I get a lot of credit for that, but maybe my memory's a bit faded, but
mate,
everybody, not everybody, a few of the boys credit me as being the person. Absolutely. I was just saying g'day,
and it's because of that passion you have for it. Like it's that openness. You say everyone says you big scary looking guy. Like, well, fucking plenty of people walk up and say g'day. Like, it's not that scary.
Yeah, exactly. I had just recently I was down dealing with my daughter again, and I went around to her nana and poppers. I haven't seen them in a long time, but they had her cousin. He's only a young fella. He was absolutely petrified of me when I come to the door. Like, he was hiding behind his nana, and then by the end of it, he was waving goodbye. See ya! He had his Nerf gun out and he was shooting me. Yeah, I do. It's unfortunate I give across a mean guy.
Look, it helps.
But I'm not that person.
It helps in some aspects of life. Like I've been told I look scary. I got the head tattoos, got the hands. Yeah, you got the big.
One of my neighbours had a full muckle. It was like a full tattoo base in New Zealand, and you would not want to cross him. But he was the most friendliest person I've ever spoken to. You wouldn't think it, he would come and he would tell me all about his culture and you just need to speak to him.
Yeah.
Don't be petrified of somebody.
No, don't judge a book by its cover, as they say. I always told my kids, if you're out and about and you get lost,
who's the person you go and find?
Yeah, go find the biggest, scariest looking bloke you can find, because he's the one that's going to help you. He's going to look. He's going to go, right, come with me. Yeah.
Exactly. So life isn't always smooth riding. How has bike riding helped you through your tough times?
My bike is my therapist. Yeah. Anytime I'm off my game, not feeling 100%, whatever, I'll jump on the bike and just, as soon as I twist the throttle, like I can't think about anything else. Yeah, like I don't have the confidence of the other riders in the group. I'm on the bike, I'm concentrating on everything. Yeah, like that old theory of, everyone's trying to kill you. Yeah, like if your head's on a swivel, you're concentrating on everything else.
That's why I think a lot of these defensive driving courses would be good for us to go.
They're fantastic.
Because I remember back in the days when I got done for drunk driving in New Zealand. Okay, I'm not a perfect person.
No, far from.
One of the mandates the judge gave me was I had to attend a defensive driving course. And do you know what? It made me so much of a better driver. Being able to look out for hazards, and see things that are going to happen before they happen. And
when I was teaching my daughter to drive, teaching my wife how to drive a manual and stuff like that, we talk about like body language. Yeah, cars body language. You can you get a feel for when a car's going to do something unpredictable.
You can see them. Like if you're riding along and you could see a car move over just that little bit, it's probably gonna move into your lane.
We've had some sketchy moments in the groups, on group rides where cars have just merged into us out of nowhere.
And I would like to go off and just lose my cool with a lot of these drivers.
Yeah.
I just don't think they understand motorcycles on roads. I think it's a Vic Roads issue. It's a TAC issue. Like making drivers more aware of us on the road. I think I don't know if they get a little bit angry because we can cut through the traffic stuff.
They feel like we're
taking advantage of it. Yeah. But you know what? We've got nothing to protect us. You know, it's fucking dangerous.
The filtering at lights and things like that isn't about, I want to be at the front. It's like, have you seen how many cars run up the arse of other cars?
Yeah, exactly. You want to be stuck in between two cars?
Yeah.
I don't particularly want to be stuck in between two cars.
Definitely not.
So mental health can be tough to talk about. When did you first feel comfortable about opening up about it?
Now, look, I'm a bit different in how I view the world. I was raised by my mum. I've got sisters.
Yeah.
Then I grew up and I had daughters. So I've always been around the female way of thinking is the best way I can describe it. So
right, that's not the best thing.
No, not always, but it's more, I mean more they talk.
Yeah,
all the time.
Very emotional.
Very, very emotion driven. We're a lot more logic driven.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but it gave me that opportunity to grow up understanding that you need to blow up sometimes. You need to,
and it's okay to blow up.
It is okay to blow up as long as it's not every week.
As long as you're not hurting people, you're allowed to lose your temper every now and then.
Yeah, there's better ways to communicate, but sometimes you just there's jump on the bike, like I said.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I always, if I can't talk to my wife, like we've got really good communication between the two of us. We made it a point from the start. We're both from, on a second marriage. So we're like, well, we know it doesn't work. So this is what we're going to do with this one.
Oh, I think sometimes technology can get in the way as well.
Absolutely. Too much time just
sitting and staring at your phone and not talking.
I'm a bandit for it. Like I said, my phone blows up 24/7.
Yeah, I know. So it's part of some people's lives.
Yeah.
But you need to make time for the loved ones as well.
Yeah, definitely.
I make time to give my son that 10, 15 minutes when he gets home from school. How was school? You might say it's fucking shit, but it's all right. Come here and give me a cuddle, mate.
Yeah, we always have the, if I ask you how you are, I want the long version.
Yeah, that's it.
Don't tell me good.
Oh, that's right. I want to know how your day was.
No, like why was it bad? Tell me what happened.
Yeah, exactly. And I sit down with my son at the dinner table and eat dinner. I always did it with my daughter as well. And it's only it's just for eating dinner, but we sit down at the dinner table and we eat our dinner together.
Yeah, beautiful.
We don't always have to talk.
Just time together. If there was something they wanted to talk about, that would be the moment.
It's more the fact that the plates stay in the kitchen area, spread all over my house.
It's a practicality thing, isn't it?
It is a practicality
thing. I get that.
So what's the biggest mental health challenge you've faced and how did you overcome it? So what is the biggest mental health challenge you've faced?
I've lost... after this year, six mates, 6 blokes I've known to suicide, and I've been pretty close to, like you say, like
doing it yourself.
Maybe I'd be better off. Maybe people would be better off if I wasn't the problem. Like, that's everyone's been to that dark place. Like I say, standing on the edge. What's stopping me jumping? Yeah, everything your body's screaming at you to jump.
And you fucking hate yourself because you didn't see it. You couldn't see it. But I don't think it's one of these things you really, like, a lot of people would keep it hidden, wouldn't it?
Yeah. The one that killed me at last was, and one of our listeners, Foggy from Queensland, it was his best mate.
Yeah.
They grew up together. Our mate came down to Melbourne, hung out for the weekend sort of thing, and we didn't realise it was a goodbye tour.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he came around, hung out, we had a great night, everyone was really happy, and then went home and that was it.
And you just wish you fucking spoke up, mate.
We were making plans. This is the thing. Yeah. You don't know when, if he had even hinted that that's what was going to happen, both of us would have given up everything to
stopped it right there.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's just...
I remember a good mate of mine, Dan, at work, the one I used to bounce off.
Yeah.
A truck driver rolled up and he said, "Oh, how you going?" And the truck driver said, "I'm not doing too good." Yeah. And do you know what? He just stopped this machine, didn't give a fuck. The road backed up with trucks. There's only one way in and one way out of our joint.
Yeah, what's going on, mate?
And he jumped out of his machine and he stood there and he talked to him for about 45 fucking minutes. And beautiful. I didn't say a word.
Yeah.
I didn't want to button. I didn't want to.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about that bloke.
Yeah, 100%.
And
he's just
doesn't matter. If anybody come and said, "What's going on?" What, I would have fucking lost my cool. Yeah. Driver's not doing too good.
Yeah. There's more important
his family are
more important things than your load, mate.
Exactly.
Let's get
freaking
through
an hour of time.
I shared something recently on social media called 8 Minutes. Yeah, I shared it with our club, and I think I put it on social media. It's like 8 minutes is. I got it from Pebbles, one of our really good mates. Sent it to me, and I was like, I'm gonna fucking steal that and make that our thing. Was all it takes is 8 minutes. Yeah, if you're really at that point where you don't think there's any point. Yeah, you can make 8 minutes for someone. Yeah, if someone calls you up and says, I'm not
for anybody.
I'm not doing well right now. Yeah, just give me
8 minutes. I need 8 minutes.
Yeah. And I read the article about the guy who came up with this theory. When I read it, he was saying about his friend was in a really bad place, and it got to the point where he actually tried to kill himself. Failed. He was in the hospital. His mate was there. He was like, why didn't you reach out? Why didn't you come to me? And he goes, I did multiple times. And he goes, like, when? He's like going through his messages. Come over for a beer. Got a minute for a call. And he was like, no, mate, sorry, busy at the moment. You don't realise, but if someone calls you up and goes, have you got 8 minutes? That's when we stop.
That's it.
I thought that was a powerful thing.
That's fucking huge, mate.
Yeah, so something big for me is, just trying to be there for everybody else, and that can take its toll as well.
Yeah.
My biggest challenge is making time for myself.
So how do you find the balance of the freedom of riding with your life responsibilities?
I try and make them both the same thing. I had my wife got her license, was in the process of getting her license, but didn't work out the way we wanted it to. But getting her on the back of the bike with me was one of the biggest hurdles and best things ever.
It can be scary, It's hard to just throw somebody into.
She's a survivor of a pretty nasty car accident that made massive impact on her whole life. And like getting on a bike where you'd lose that cage around you that makes you feel safe is a bigger step than I think I gave credit at the time. But she's done well.
So joining them together, your life.
Trying to ride. We have our club. We have our rule of family first. If there's something your family needs, don't.
Exactly, 100%.
The club's not going to hold you anything out.
You're not going to lose your job.
We
don't want you to lose your job.
Don't lose your job. Don't lose your family. Just ride with it when you can. Like I always say, I don't want the club to be the priority.
We're the bigger family.
We're the extended family. We're the guys that can have conversations that you can't have with people closer to you sometimes. Making. With my life in particular, that balance is the club is my life, my family. Like I still see my family as much as I can. Like
Mate, I love how the kids all come and they all hang out with one another.
That first time we went to D Souvlaki, and there was 15 of us and 10 kids running around in all their gear, and I was just like, this is not what I had in mind when I first came up with the idea of this club, and I would not change a thing. Like, it was just amazing.
I think my dad experienced that when he came and he helped with the ride recently.
I didn't know there was that many of you. I didn't know it was that big.
You guys are doing a really good thing here. And it's good. So what advice would you give someone who's struggling with their mental health?
We've touched on it a few times now, like just reaching out, like the 8 minutes thing, is a big thing.
Time, mate.
Don't reach out in a way that's ambiguous that someone might be able to brush you off. If it is something that's really important, say, hey, I'm not asking you how you're doing. I'm asking you, can you fucking help me? Make it clear what you need, because we don't want to burden other people with our problems. But as we've established, half of that problem, putting it on someone else's shoulders as well, can make it that much easier for you to get through it.
It does.
And a different perspective on things as well. The amount of times I've been, really down in the dumps about something that someone else is coming and going like, well, why don't you just do this? And I'm like,
but you don't see it.
Well, fuck, that would fix.
It would fix it.
My brain's not in that capacity to come up with that solution. So that's...
Look, this has been great for me. Doing the podcast has been opening up.
We made the joke, I've known you for years, but I've got to know you more in the last 3 weeks and have...
Yeah, exactly.
It's been great.
Yeah. If you could go back and talk to your younger self during a hard time, what would you say?
Put down the bottle.
Yep.
Yeah, do that a lot earlier than I did. Maybe think with the big head, not the little head. That's well established by both of us. Yeah, just plan ahead.
Plan ahead.
Plan ahead. Don't fly by the seat of your pants until it's too late in life to try and fix it.
Yep.
Yeah. Have a plan, have a goal, set a goal for yourself, work out what you want to do something every day to get closer to it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are we up to there?
Closing it up.
We are closing it up. What's one thing about the biking community that you wish you could more people knew about? And understood.
We've gone over this a bit already. Like, it's just most of them are good people.
We are. We're not bad people.
I don't the tattoos, the leather, the loud bikes, all the rest of it. There's not a single bike meeting I've pulled up to that as soon as I stop the bike, someone hasn't come over and shaken my hand.
Yeah.
Never met that person before in my life, but hey, fucking nice bike. Yeah.
Exactly.
Where you're from, where you're going. Yeah, like just. You stop for fuel. I've had conversations at petrol stations with blokes.
Oh, yeah, nice bike.
Yeah, nice bike. Next thing you know, like, do you ride? Like, oh, I used to ride this. The worst one is like, oh, you ride bikes? Yeah. Like, oh, my cousin died. Or like, okay, I don't need to hear the bad shit.
Yeah.
Like, we know the deal. But yeah, it's just the way it is, I guess. But just if you see a biker, if they look mean and gruff, Go up and say g'day. Yeah, you'll soon work out if they're one of the good ones or not.
Exactly. I might look scary, mate, but I'm very, very approachable.
I'm not saying we're all good blokes. Yeah, there are probably people out there that'll tell you to go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want, shorty?
Yeah. But 9 times out of 10, you'll get a conversation that could make a difference for your day.
Yeah, that's it. How can bikers or anyone else better support friends who might be struggling? That's a big one. That's pretty important.
Look,
how do you think people can help each other?
Just being available. Yeah. Taking the time. What's the old saying? There's 2 things we're not making more of, land and time. Like, if you can give someone your time, that's your most valuable asset. Yeah,
I agree.
Just people who've taken the time to listen to this, maybe we can make a difference. Yeah, this is my half an hour a week that I can try and give back to people.
I'm happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, I'm so glad to have you too, mate.
Yeah. So what's next for you? Any big rides? Any goals?
Honestly, I've got some financial stuff going on in my life that I just want to get settled and put behind me. That's been really stressful for the last 6 months, 12 months.
Mate, if I won lotto, I'll sort you out. Right? I promise. We'll go on that ride.
We'll go on that ride. We'll go to Iceland straight away. Big rides. We've got, what's our next big one? Prez run.
Is it? Yeah, it is. I think Prez run is the next ride.
So that's always an epic weekend away with the family. So
yeah, looking forward to it.
Great fun, great ride.
Yeah, maybe good location.
Spend a bit more time looking around this time.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's this podcast, mate. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
Growing this. This is going to take up a bit more of my downtime.
Free time?
Yeah, get me off Fortnite a little bit and onto
that's all right.
doing something productive.
We'll bring Ezzy along. He can play for you.
He can still get it going for me.
Yeah. Is there any songs in particular that you like to jam with?
I'm a metalhead. I love
heavy metal.
Heavy metal, or anything loud rock. Anything that's got a good beat that you can really get lost in.
Doesn't matter the artist. You get
not really. No, it's like
Slayer or
I chuck my phone on Spotify DJ.
Yeah.
Apparently, it thinks I'm a massive Nickelback fan, which has been really
okay. There's nothing wrong with Nickelback. They got a bad stigma.
No, look, they're just one of those. They're just production rock. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's just they've got all the tools they need to make money.
Yeah, that's it. And they did a good job of it. But the world turned on them.
Look, no, I don't like the comms. I'm not big on having other voices in my head. I think I've got enough of them already.
They're a valuable safety tool.
Yeah,
for
definitely. Like for me, being at the front where I am, I kind of only have to worry about the road captain in front of me.
Yeah.
And then I've got you or...
It's funny. I know you're not on comms, but I watch you go around the corner. And straight.
Turn.
Off he goes again.
Yeah. Look, I'm getting better.
You are getting better.
It's just time. Time in the seat, as we say.
So, your dream bike? Oh, you said.
Yeah, I said that. Yeah, the Exile.
How are we going to make that happen for you? How much are they?
I think, last time I looked, I could get one into Australia for about 80 grand.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay, it's like a bit like the Boss Horse.
Yeah.
Because I want one of those too. That'd be good.
Big V's. It's the
big horse.
350.
Yeah.
350 V8.
I might have to do one myself.
We'll get a frame. We can do that.
Well, there we go.
Something to talk about later on. Next project. There you go. What's your goal? The V8 bike we're going to build together.
Oh, my God. Well, it's been a pleasure today, Jeff.
Thanks.
Thank you very much, mate. I look forward to our next conversation in a week's time. And thank you all for listening. And I hope you've enjoyed our conversation today with Jeff. You can learn a lot more.
Getting a bit more in my head.
That's it.
Sorry about that.
It's all good. We touched on what we needed to touch on. Well, thanks a lot, guys.
Beautiful.
And we look forward to your feedback.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thanks for riding with us today on Twist the Throttle. If you enjoyed the ride, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with your crew. Remember, no matter how tough the road gets, you're never riding alone. Stay safe, stay open, and catch you on the next ride. Keep that throttle twisted.